So what we saying, guys? Recently I asked you a question on Twitter about why you guys don't play ZBROLY. ZBROLY is seen as a top tier character in this game, and I just wanted to understand why this top tier character is not getting the same amount of representation that the other top tier characters are. And this is some of the responses that I got. So one of the reasons as to why people aren't playing ZBROLY is because he's a big character. But if he wasn't a big character, he wouldn't be able to do this. However, there are some negatives to being a big character. If you're caught stam docking, you'd have to hold a lot more overheads than normal sized characters. The fact that ZBROLY is a grappler and a zoner is a bit ridiculous when you think about it. Imagine Gao and Zangief in one. Literally, when it's time to zone, you zone, and when it's time to grab, you grab. The fact that you can switch between these two modes of playstyle means that you have a bit more variety when using this character. He's not just a one-trick pony. Yes, he's very good at zoning, and when it's time to get you, he will grab you. But one thing you have to understand is some characters have one linear playstyle. The fact that you can play this character in two different ways already gives him more variety than some other characters in the game. Good frame there on all his light attacks with them being -2. A 2M that can be spaced at a range where you can hardly be punished, and it can be done more than once. And the fact that ZBROLY has a barrier which allows him to skip neutral and go through Ki Blast means that he is a threat from close or far range. When it comes down to limit break, one thing we have to understand is that the game itself essentially fixes ZBROLY's damage. ZBROLY, I believe, is designed to be played at an anchor position for situations like this. You don't have to do too much. He might not be a combo heavy character, but once you land that command grab, you could essentially delete half of a character's health. Now, this may be fun for some people, it might not be fun for others, but one thing we have to understand is we can't just judge a character on face value of what we think we've seen without doing the research and the hard work. Obviously, if it's not for you, it's not for you, but some people find fun actually putting in the time to learn the character, develop the character, and take the character to the next level. Pushing boundaries of what you've seen with characters in the game could be what's fun to you. Developing new strategies, new setups, all these kind of things could be what makes a boring character essentially fun for another person. If you don't want to try him out, that's fine, but you can't really complain when this character deletes you online, offline, or whatever when you haven't really put the time into it, and just claim you don't like the character because he's a big character. As always, we're on the road to 1K. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.
Exalted Dojo to the moon.